Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Donna.
And this is KAHS News.
Congrats to our girls softball team for making the playoffs.
Students, come out and support our Lady Bulldogs.
They play here tonight at 6:30 and tomorrow at Katie Tompkins at 12.
Today is a day of silence. Here's Justice with the scoop.
Hi, I'm Justice, and I'm here with Jackson Neal, one of the 3 co-chairs of Spectrum. Hi, Jackson.
Hi, Justice. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Can you tell us a little bit about Spectrum?
Yeah, so Spectrum is an organization on campus that works to support LGBTQ youth in the school, as well as any ally students that want to advocate for support. Really what we do is educate our students about what's going on in the queer community and how they can be safe, responsible members, and also educating people who have questions about the community, offering them resources and making sure the school as a whole remains a safe and loving environment for all of our students.
For those who don't know, can you explain the Day of Silence?
Yeah, so Day of Silence is a national day of remembrance. It's hosted by GLSEN, which is the Gay and Lesbian Straight Education Network. The day is a formal day of remembrance that recognizes the disproportionate amounts of harassment and violence often faced by queer students. And so, you know, existing in a time in which there's so much chaos happening, days like this really draw attention to the severity of the situation. To give you some statistics, hate crimes that result in murder are 40% attributed to trans women of color. 9 out of 10 queer students report having experienced vocal, sexual, or physical harassment within the past month. And I think the number is close to 50% of queer students seriously consider suicide at some point in their life. So it's a very serious topic, and it affects a really, really large amount of the community. And so the day like this is really a somber and powerful time to reflect on the severity of the situation at hand.
I totally agree, Jackson. But why silence? Like, why do you choose silence?
So the Day of Silence is meant to draw attention to those who have been silenced on account of bullying and harassment. And, you know, we exist in a time where a lot of people are being very, very vocal about things in so many different directions. And so to really take the time to be quiet and to offer that silence, I think is what makes the Day of Silence so much more powerful.
For those Bulldogs who want to participate, how can they join?
Oh, if you want to participate in Spectrum, we have our meetings every other Monday. You can come up to the 3 co-chairs, me, Ava, or Avery, and we will give you whatever information we can. Also, just feel free to stop by Miss Bellin's room in T2, and we'll give you all the information we can.
What are some frequently asked questions around Day of Silence?
A big one is why silence, and we kind of answered that already. Another one is a lot of kids will wonder if somehow they're not doing a good job if they break their silence or if they talk during class. And my answer is that's really silly because there are no rules around it. Just you making that effort and making that attempt says a lot. So if you did happen to break your silence one day, no shame. Really appreciate you coming out and showing your love for the community.
Thank you, Jackson, for your time.
Thank you, Justice.
Prom is just around the corner, and if you don't have a dress, Wendy's got your back.
Hey Bulldogs, this is H. Arlequin, a store in West Oaks Mall. If you don't have your prom dress, this is the store for you. You can get your dress for $299 and up. You can also get a layaway, which means you can pay 25% right there and the rest later. You can also get dresses on sale for $99.
Have you ever almost been ran over in the student parking lot? Here's the latest campus cops.
You can travel the world, but nothing comes close to the golden coast. Once you party with us.
Bulldogs, Make sure to watch out for pedestrians in the parking lot. You could kill someone.
Sydney surveyed the students about STAR. Here's what she discovered.
Hi, I'm Sydney Comerford. I kind of did a survey around Austin High School towards the juniors about how they feel about standardized testing. Let's see what they think.
I just believe that not everyone's that great at testing, and standardized testing obviously is a test and it's the same for everybody, but if you're not good at it, obviously you're not going to do good on the test, but you could like perform better in the class, which is honestly like what really benefits you more in life, because a standardized testing is going to take you through life.
I believe that we shouldn't take standardized testing because we have a final at the end of the year and we have a midterm, and both of those are saying, did you pay attention, did you do your homework, whatever. And that's what the STAR test is about, is seeing if you actually are grasping the material. And since we already do tests, we already do finals, and STAR tests waste money and waste valuable time, I think we shouldn't have them.
I think that it's a waste of time and money, because if you can pass a hard core class, then you shouldn't be needed to take a minimum skills test.
I believe standardized tests, as Katie said, is a waste of time, because most of the time standardized tests doesn't really go over everything that we've learned over the course. It's mostly sometimes easier than what we've learned, and I believe that standardized test shouldn't tell if you learned everything in one class.
Standardized testing is kind of a waste of time. It's easy, but it's kind of a waste of time. It takes up a whole class day. So.
Standardized testings are honestly unnecessary, because if you're already passing your classes and you're doing well, there's no point on taking a test that should already tell you what you already know. It's really a waste of time.
How do you feel about standardized testing? Do you feel like we should keep it going, or the final exam and just being in that class the whole year says you know enough about that subject?
To be honest, the tests are pretty easy anyway, so you might as well just take it.
You're talking about the standardized test?
Yeah.
It's easy, so...
They're easy enough. I mean, if you actually read it.
You're saying for math, all the STAR tests you take, math, history, whatever y'all take, you're saying you prefer to have that still? You still want it around?
You might as well. You pay attention in your class and you can prove you know what you're doing.
And this is Hussein. He's a junior. How do you feel about standardized tests?
I don't think we really need it. If the teachers follow the curriculum, then the course itself should be good enough.
I asked juniors because after they take their history STAR, they'll be the ones to take all of their STARs, so I wanted to see how they felt about standardized testing. As you can see, most of them agree that we shouldn't have standardized testing anymore, that being in the class itself and having a final exam says, do you know enough about the class? And then you see some think that standardized test is easy, and why does it matter that we still have it?
Speaking of tests, here's Kylie showing you how to sign up for the SAT.
So registering for the SAT is really easy. First, you just want to log on to College Board, and as soon as you hit College Board, it says register for the SAT, so just press register now. So right here is where you log in. Just use your normal username and password, or if you don't have an account with College Board, then make one, because you'll need one in order to register for the SAT. So this page basically just tells you what's to come while you're registering. So once you hit continue, the next couple of pages are just questions about your personal info, the classes that you've taken, your GPA, your parents' education, and just questions that maybe only you can answer. So then we finally get to the SAT policies, so just check that off and hit continue and read it if you want. So in this section, you can choose your test date, your test type, whether or not you want to take the essay, and your testing country, which I'm assuming is going to be America. So all of these dates are for the upcoming school year. Most of you are going to be seniors unless you're a sophomore now and you want to take it at the beginning of your junior year. Right here you can choose whether you want to take the essay. Some colleges require it, some don't, so it's up to you. Testing accommodations and fee waiver, that's really if it just applies to you or not. The question and answer service is really just a report of your test. It provides the correct answer and your answer, so you can just look back at your test. So this is where you choose your test center. I already have Austin High School in for me since I've registered, but if you don't, you just enter your school or whatever school you want to take it at. So now is when you have to upload a photo of yourself. Like I said, I already registered for mine, so I have a photo uploaded, but it's really easy. Just make sure it's not like a selfie or just a random photo. It has to be an actual photo of you and what you look like now. So this is where College Board, wants your money and asks you for some books. So if you want to buy one, go ahead. It's up to you. Otherwise, just hit continue. So this is just your order review, basically what you signed up for. Make sure all your information is correct, and then you can go ahead and just submit your order as long as your total is correct and what you want. So just go ahead and read over this. It just asks you to confirm your information. Just make sure everything works and check OK. So overall, it's pretty simple. Just make your payment and you're ready to go.
Stuco put on Mr. Austin last week. Here's the recap.
On a rainy day?
Man, I just love to sleep in. It's really cozy, it's comfortable. Throw on some Netflix,
Alright, Ryan. If it was possible to take one thing along with you after your death, what would it be and why?
I would probably bring my piano because I'm terrible at it right now, and the only way I could get better is from the help of God.
Jesse, if you could have a magic wand, what is one thing you would ask for and why?
I would ask for infinite swag, because you can never have enough swag in this world. Shout out to the women.
If you could meet one person, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
I'll meet Rihanna, because she's gorgeous.
Victor, describe yourself in 3 adjectives and why.
Alright. The first one would be annoying. I'm very annoying. Because I'm very funny, right? And the third one would be attractive.
Okay. Connolly, if you won $1 million from the lottery, what would you do with it?
If I won $1 million from the lottery, I would probably give most of it to my family because, let's be honest, I'd probably cost them a lot of money, so I gotta repay that debt,
I'll give it to you all right here. Indestructible, laser equipped, tactical puppies. That's right, there's no problem. Too big, too small, too rough.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling
I'm not gonna stop that, who I am, I'll give it all I got now. It's my plan, but like when I lost you, no you can't bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it.
Maybe I'm like a lead, meaning like a cheese. Maybe I'm just a G for you, maybe I'm just a free. I can be rolling.
My indestructible, laser-equipped tactical puppies will see the world to a new era and usher in an age of peace and prosperity on a scale never before seen. Now, there's no need for a whole bunch of cheering and pause as I end this momentous presentation. I solely wish to ask all of you whether you consider funding such an unforgettable venture.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.
Gonna make it right, that is the way. To turn my life around today is the way. I might have tried to guide me when I did it all around.
Once again, we have Ahmed, Ryan, Jesse, Vadi, Victor, and Connolly. Now everyone go take out your phones and type in this link on the screen.
Houston Rockets are now moving on to round 2 of the playoffs. Check out this video.
Tonight and tomorrow night, the Austin Theater 4 classes will be presenting the comedy Laughingstock.
Student tickets are pay what you will. Come and see our seniors' final performance on the Austin stage.
Cassie, have you been watching the news?
Not really. But here's Jan with an update about what's going on in the world to catch you up.
That huge break in a cold case terrorizing California for decades. Police say they now have the Golden State Killer in custody.
And they used DNA testing to find him. So many families are relieved this morning.
The killer accused of murdering at least 12 people, sexually assaulting more than 50. 72-year-old Joseph James D'Angelo, former police officer, family man who is hiding in plain sight in suburban Sacramento.
There is breaking news in Bill Cosby's sexual assault retrial. There has been a verdict. The comedian, now 80, has been found guilty on all counts. He'd been accused of drugging and assaulting a woman at his Philadelphia home. Again, guilty, all counts. Moments ago, that panel of 7 men and 5 women, after deliberating for 14 hours, came back with the verdict. They come back with 3 questions in the last 24 hours, but no questions today. I want to bring in our legal analyst, Sonny Hostin, who's watching this with me. Guilty on all 3 counts. This is a significant development. He faces prison time, significant prison time.
Teachers across Arizona and Colorado today and tomorrow will force more than 1 million students to miss school. Teachers are demanding a pay raise and a big boost in funding for schools. Tens of thousands plan to protest today at both state capitals. Arizona teachers are among the lowest paid in the United States. Their $47,000 average salary is about $11,000 below the national average.
We had a Justice Department that was doing their job instead of spending
It's your Justice Department, Mr. President. Mr. President, you're the Republican in charge. You've got a Republican running it.
What I answer this all the time. Because of the fact that they have this witch hunt going on with people in the Justice Department that shouldn't be there, they have a witch hunt against the President of the United States, and I will not be involved with the Justice Department. Yet I've accomplished, with all of this going on, more than any president in the first year in our history.
That's all we have for today.
Have a great weekend, Bulldogs.